I don't think Sam really has time for this kind of nonsense, to be quite frank with you. I just wanted him to realize that Corey, once again, is hiding behind what he thinks is a, big tough guy. Because he's so damn embarrassed what you did to him. Sam Walker, the one that actually sent someone to take care of Corey for his comment about Faith. I mean, Sam is a very passionate man. I understand that. And he has a right to be. But, he's not Superman. He's not going to be able to take care of everybody on this app. But if somebody says something and he doesn't like it and somebody comes to him with it, well, they have that burden of proof to show Sam. Sam doesn't have to, he doesn't have to get that person to show that he didn't do it. You have to get that other person that's accusing him to show the proof. Isn't that right, Corey? But I think Corey said something happened and the tape stopped and then it went back again and that Levi admitted it, but he doesn't have that on either. After all these months, Corey, you think anybody, including Sam, is going to believe a bullshitter like you? It's not going to happen. Not going to happen, Corey. I know you just got to grow up. You really do. You just got to grow up. You can mock my voice. You can say what you want to say about me. You can say that I support Sophie. She uses me. These things have been said for years with different creators, and it just doesn't bother me. The point is, it makes you look like a sorry young man that is trying single-handedly to ruin TikTok and make it this vile, ugly place because you think that that's what people want. No, not really. Not the good people. So anybody that is supporting Corey, just please look at this and say to yourself, he could do this to me. He can do this to my child, my sibling, my mom, he can do this to anybody. He can just turn whenever he wants to. And I don't get that opportunity to say anything because I am not a creator. I don't want to do it on Sophie's platform. I don't want to do it on Levi's platform. I don't even want to do it with my friend Cheryl. I'm doing it on my own. So ban me, do what you think you need to do, get me off TikTok. How, I don't know, because they do stand behind people that support. Because Corey, without supporters, you have nothing. But because I'm not supporting you, you really don't give a shit, do you? That's why you go after Alice, you go after Sharon, you go after anybody that's someone else's big supporter. Because they're not supporting you, what do you care? You're a very, very revengeful, very, very nasty person. You really, truly are. You really, truly are. I don't know if Sam likes Corey. I think from what I've seen, Sam is a smart man. Listen, he's not going to get into all this drama. I think things were brought to his attention by who? Corey. Who does Corey have a problem with? Levi. Why? Because Levi outed him for being, I'm not going to say being, I'm going to say for using racial slurs that can make him look racist. And that's why he doesn't like Miss Remy or anybody else that doesn't listen to him or stand by his side. For months, I've heard him trying to sway Sophie to go after Luke, or Sophie to send Angie things. And listen, I'm not saying this for Corey to get in trouble or for people. I don't care about that. If you already made up your mind of Corey, that's fine. I'm not going to change your mind. I don't want to. I just wanted Sam to realize that he's got this little we call them punks in America. We got this little punk that's going around and actually trying to manipulate and harm regular, everyday people because Corey has nothing better to do. And I'm not going to disclose Corey's personal life and what's been going on. That's up to him if he wants to disclose it. But he's not as honest as what people think he is. And I'm not going to sit here and allow him to do what he's doing to Levi. It's just not right. You know, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. So, like I said, Corey, you have the burden of proof, not Levi. So cough it up, put it on the screen, show Sam, or shut the hell up. Because no one cares. The more you talk, the more you dig a deeper hole. And just leave these other creators alone. There's enough out there for everyone. Stop being greedy. You know, just stop. It's just terrible. Sorry, Levi. I didn't mean to come on here and do this, but the point I'm trying to make is that this app has gone so south and not one shred of morals at all. And then he has the I'm going to say balls to say, it's just an app. You go too deep. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So when it's real life for you, it's a problem. But when it's real life for someone like me or other people that you're attacking and it bothers others, then it's only an app, right? It's only an app. Well, Corey, my son was real. Your nan was real, right? People that get cancer, they're real. And for you to just poo-poo just whatever, or what you say kiki, and make a nasty joke just so you can shock your viewers because you think that's what they want, well, they're no better than you then, my friend. You can have those viewers. Keep them all in one place. Maybe the rest of the app will be safe. No, in America, it's not a homophobic, okay? I'm from America. So, there you go. So you can take your homophobic, whatever, racist, I'm prejudiced, whatever, I'm American. So you figure out what a punk is in America. It's someone that exactly acts like Corey. So take this any way you want. That's what it is. Honest to God. You want to listen to somebody from America? Then learn my language. Learn how I speak. Because I've had to put up with everything with the UK because I'm in the UK. Respectfully, that's what I should do. Well, I'm American. And what words mean to us, I take offense in the UK when they call a cigarette an FAG. Because an FAG in America is homophobic. But I had to learn that that's not what you people mean. Because I'm sensible. They can clip anything they want. I know it's not a slur. I don't care. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference to me because I know in my heart, someone's just trying to come at me. You know, it's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. They should concentrate on someone like Corey actually making Sam look like a damn fool, knowing that Levi never said this. And he's going to laugh about it because him and Sam have a little bit of a going back and forth, and he really thinks Sam likes him. Maybe Sam does. I don't know. I just don't know. But I know that a man that has a heart with animals has to have a heart when it comes to people that have children and have to sit there and listen to this guy make lies about them. He has no clue how it feels to have a child and then have somebody sabotage and blackmail you. It's just ridiculous. And for everybody in the UK to put up with this, I'm sorry. I don't know how you all do it. I really don't, but it's frustrating. It really is. No, it's okay, honey. I got a warning, guys, and that's okay. No problem. I just wanted everybody to know, and if they can let Sam know that if he wants to talk to me, he can WhatsApp me. Alicia has my number. I don't know who else he knows, or if he wants to DM me, I'll give him my number and I'll explain to him exactly what was going on. But Corey, enough is enough now, okay? Please. I got a violation. Who you know that Corey sent all his people over. Yeah, I'm down because I'm just so sad how people can be doing this. It's okay, honey. It's all right that they're saying it's a slur. It's not. It's just too much. It's just too much. It really is. Yeah, listen, I give Sam a lot of credit for what he's done with Faith. Made my heart, melt. I don't agree with violence, I'm sorry. And I know people think, well, you're Sicilian, you should... Listen, I grew up with it all my life. All my life. And I don't agree with it at all. I really don't. But one thing I do know, if you want to know a proper gangster, Corey, they don't tell what they're going to do. As a matter of fact, the person that they're going to talk to is the last person that knows. So you're just doing all this for clout. Everybody knows it, but you're hurting innocent people. And it's enough, Corey. It really is enough now. You're ruining this app. If you had looked and you had seen what Sophie said, she's not racist. But then again, you take your own opinion and you can hold on to it all you want. I'm not here to change your opinion. I'll fight for your right to have an opinion. But if I think that you're just going off of something that's not right or misunderstood or misfed, like somebody from Corey, no, I'll stand for what's right. But you do have a right to have your opinion, absolutely. No, I'm not down. I'm not down at all. I'm just being very serious. Because I've been watching and I've been seeing the lies and the games, and then they just go around and say, it's too deep. It's just, TikTok. No, not when you're affecting people's lives. It's not just TikTok. Everybody has a right to make a living on here, Corey. Wild. Everyone. Whether they like Evil Queen, whether they like Miss Red, whether they like Angie, whether they like you, it doesn't make a difference. You're just trying to control these people. It's called emotional manipulation, my little friend. You're just not a nice person. Plain and simple. And it's not too deep. It really isn't too deep. because you all say it's just TikTok, but then I see you crying your eyes out. Every one of you. Crying your eyes out because you can't take this anymore. Well, either can we. Listen, the thing between me and Angie is the only problem I have with her is when she comes after my son. That's it. All I have left is a memory of my child. And I just don't like the idea that someone that obviously does not like me would weaponize me with the memory of my son. To go as far and say, why are you sticking up for Alicia, Zia, about her kids? Your son's DEAD. So you're no longer a mother. And those were the exact words she used. So what I have against her is when she brings that up. With her saying that I control supporters? No. Nuh-uh. Creators try to control me. And that doesn't happen either. Without supporters, without gifters, oh my God. Guys, you don't have to gift me, please. Without supporters, without gifters, there is no more TikTok. So creators, wake up. When you see another creator go after someone else's gifter or supporter, you should snap them back. Because what do you think they're doing? You know how many people I've supported in UK? How many different people? Not just Birdman, not just Angie, not just Sophie. I don't know if there's a creator on here that could say that I haven't supported them, the ones that I know, the ones that I see, the ones that I, say hi to. And I go to Italy and have 3 people there. And America, I have 2. I'm just not in the UK. But it just so happens you got some great people in here that really needed some help one time or another. And I took it upon myself to do it. But because of jealousy and envy, you attack someone's gifter? That's ridiculous. That's not good business. You'd want to promote, so maybe they'll come in and see you. Or maybe other people will see how kind you are and how you support and help other creators that may need the help right then and there, instead of tearing them down every opportunity you can get. God, you go on here and it's just negative, negative, negative. I come on here because I have good people that I truly like that chat in DMs or off the app. I need to stay positive in my life. I know that. I need to be in a certain frame of mind when I go to sleep, and I need to be in a certain frame of mind that will allow me to get out of bed. And it's all positivity, and this is garbage. Sorry, Corey, but it's time that people see you for who you truly are. I don't want you off TikTok. I think you have a lot to give. But why don't you show yourself and have some content instead of just spreading hate, racism, threats, tearing people down, threatening their livelihood, letting them know how much you have no care for them, that they're nothing. Basic morals. It's just, I think it can be turned around. I really do. Somebody DMs me and says, Zia, so-and-so is having an issue and we're all getting together and we're going to go in there and gift and help them, do a charity event, or they want to do a campaign or whatever. I'm there. I might not go back in after, but I'm there for that time. I was single with 2 children at one time. I didn't have anybody that would offer me guidance. I did it on my own. So when I see someone like Sophie that appreciates, and we have our chats off of TikTok, just life stuff, but she fills my night time before I go to bed, going on her live, laughing, giggling, the bantering. Now it's just all nasty. And I don't want to leave TikTok. I like these people. I really do. And I like supporting them. But this is crazy. This is crazy. It's been really vile. No, of course he doesn't care about the... Listen, he's that type of person, and if you understand, Angie does that sometimes as well. It's like a shock factor. Like, they want to say the worst of the worst. So they don't care what kind of attention they get. Positive or negative, as long as their name is coming out of your mouth or typing off of your fingertips. But that's their way of surviving on this app. Is it healthy? Hell no. But when you get down to being dirty and scheming to get someone attacked due to lies, just because maybe you got caught out and you're a tad bit embarrassed, be honest. Just be honest. I mean, I don't know what other content you can possibly have. It's gotten that bad where they're all doing it. I mean, I can't sit and watch Luke anymore. Sorry, Luke. But you've come after me for I don't know how many days telling me to give it up with Angie. And then in a DM off live, I explained to you the only time I say something is when she goes after me. And you told me, I get it. I understand. I never knew any of this. That's what he said. And I said, well, I find that hard to believe. And he said, I'm not a liar. I said, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying it's hard to do FYP. Then how could you do FYP and make statements like that if you don't know everything? You're supposed to play a clip, make a comment, open a box if you want to, and then strum along. Not 20 minutes of a hate live on that person, or yelling and screaming so your opinion gets out there and what you say is law. And because you're making some coin, you think that's right. But you don't think about the people that you are affecting with that tone of yours. I mean, enough is enough. I don't care for Evil Queen's content when she's vile or when I don't agree with what she's saying. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to go out there day after day after. Same thing with Alpha Bar. Who the hell cares? If that's what Alphabar wants to do, if that's what CLA wants to do, if that's what Angie wants to do, then that's what they're going to do. But to sit there day after day and go after these people, there's something wrong with the creators. And then they get upset when somebody claps back at them. I mean, how much more do you think people are going to take? Sophie and Levi have made mistakes, absolutely. And they hold their hands up. Everything is a learning curve, but no, not night after night. She, of course, feels that she has to clap back. I tell her she doesn't have to. So there you go. I don't control Sophie, because if I did, she wouldn't do it. But sometimes she's just had enough. Is she getting sick of it? Absolutely. That's why she does her ghost games and things like that. Nobody's saying anybody is perfect. Nobody. But night after night, hours and hours and hours, Rickster called her a murderer, or Cokie Bailey. How much more do you think somebody could take of that before they snap back? That's what I'm trying to say. Is it's great. Once you clap back, then you're the rotten one. Does it make any sense? I can ignore these people. I don't have a problem with it, but I'm not a creator. I'm not here trying to survive, trying to make a living. Whether you like it or not, people, they do put a lot of time into this. And they do count on it to make money. Just because you don't like it, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. Then don't sit here and criticize it. If you don't like it, then go somewhere else. But, you know, the trolls and just all of this negativity is just getting where people are leaving left and right. And I would hate to leave for a lot of reasons, mainly because there's some really good people out there that do appreciate the support and know why I do it. And I'd hate to disappoint them. I really would. But I have to watch out for my mental health as well, because the negativity is horrible on here. Oh, please, everybody in the chat, don't go after each other. It's okay. I don't even read half of the stuff. I really don't. Let everybody have their opinion. It's okay. It really is okay. I just didn't like the idea that I know that Corey is baiting Sam, and I think Sam knows it too. And, you know, good for him. He's getting, you know, people in his chat. Well, God bless you, Sam. But I've gotta think that Sam is a lot smarter than what Corey gives him credit for. And stop using Sam, Corey. You know? And like I said, no, Corey, you have the burden of proof. That's just the way the law goes. Look it up. You just can't make blatant statements and then expect people to run around to prove you wrong. It's the opposite. You have to back up your statement. If not, then it's slander. Yep. Thanks, everybody, for listening. I don't know if it'll do anything, or if Sam will hear it, or if Corey will wake up, or if Angie would just understand that my memory of my son is so precious. And I just don't like the idea that the things that come out of your mouth, I don't think you have a right to have my son's name come out of that same mouth that hurts so many people. And I'm sorry if that upsets you, but it does hurt me. Not enough to come off of here, but I will call you out. And anytime I hear you go after any child or any parent that has lost a beautiful part of themselves, I will stand up with them. I don't expect you to understand, Angie, but I do expect you to have the human decency to realize that some things are just off limits. Whether you want to believe it or not, I'm telling you, it's off limits. And as far as Luke is concerned, you can say, scream, yell, do whatever you want with me. Say whatever you want. But if you think I'm going to sit there and allow you to spread more blatant lies and constantly go after a woman and then make up this story that you were the reason why Sam stopped with Sophie, I don't think Sam would even have gone near Sophie. But if that's what you want people to think, then bravo, Luke. But I don't believe it. You go after too many women, very rude, very hurtful, and you lied when you said that you understood. So yes, you do lie. There's a lot of people that don't care. A lot of bitter people. And it's sad. I've learned to love a lot of your customs except beans on toast. Sorry, can't get past that. Just can't do it. But I enjoy learning about how you do things or the words that you use. I mean, when you say boot for a car, it's a trunk for us. I mean, I get the biggest kick out of it. And I love saying mate. I find myself saying that now. Mate. Or taking the piss, that's great. When we say taking the piss, it means we're actually going to the bathroom. But some things are just so funny. They really are. Pot noodles. All that. It's just so funny, and I love it. When else would I ever get the opportunity, except if I went there? But even if I went there and visited for a week, I wouldn't know any of this. But I actually get to know a different culture, you know, by sitting in here and listening to everybody. I can't eat beans and toast. Don't even make me. I can't even try. You don't like the idea that we have hot dogs and beans. It's like, what? And for the longest time, I thought Yorkshire pudding was like a dessert, like a pudding. Pudding for us is like a creamy chocolate or vanilla, and it's thick and creamy like a custard. So I never knew what it was. Never knew until I had the courage to ask. So, hot dogs and beans is why. Hey, Adam, it is. Like custard, yeah. Yeah. What do you mean not even with cheese? Stop it. I don't like that you have biscuits and Hey! You know what I don't like that we have? We have I just can't think of it. I don't know why they decided to make this a thing down south and they brought it up north, but that's fried chicken with waffles and they put maple syrup on it. I just can't. I just can't. Waffles are supposed to have butter and syrup or ice cream if you want it for dessert, and fried chicken is fried chicken, you know? You don't put syrup on fried chicken. I can't. Alicia, could you do me a favor, please? Damage control what? You know, we had this conversation, I don't know how long ago, about you being a troll. You always were a troll. You started as a troll. You still are a troll, love. And a tad bit of a hypocrite as well. You sit there and you condemn anybody that sits in other people's lives when you have the worst of the worst in yours, but they're your friends. And you know what? That's how you feel. That's how you feel. But please, don't come in here and start anything with your, you know, shit staring or taking the piss or whatever you call it. I don't really know, and I think it's rather immature. But I'm just letting you know, I stay out of your lane, stay out of mine. Simple as. There is no damage control. I don't have to do damage control for anyone. On the other hand, you do plenty. So please, this isn't between you and I. Just stay out of my way, and I'll stay out of yours. By the way, everyone, Alicia was one of my first trolls with Top Girl. Years ago. But she said she was a good troll, so I don't remember it that way, but she spent plenty of time convincing me. And I've just left it at that. But I can't be a hypocrite. And, you know, if you're going to protect your own, then don't go around speaking about people that protect others, okay? If Levi did something wrong, I would say it. I'm not talking about Levi. I'm not talking about Sophie. I'm talking about Corey baiting Sam. So, you can spread your narrative somewhere else, sweetheart. Not here, honey. And that's okay. You can think what you want. Angie, no drama. I have a right to say what I want to say with Alicia. We had many essays and paragraphs back and forth to each other. I respect her. She can do whatever she wants to do, but just stay out of my lane. That's all I ask. Don't ever try to initiate anything or spin a narrative of what I'm doing or saying. I'm not a creator. I don't need anybody's gifts. I don't have to be fake. I don't have to get people to like me or dislike me to get views. I don't have to do that. But somehow you think that I gift people and that's how I manipulate. Really. You don't see me going on #1 in America. You don't see me throwing universes 1, 2, 3, 4 at a time. You don't see me doing any of that. And you won't. But I don't fall out with my so-called friends on here. Because they are. Piss off, Levi. I never attack someone's looks. I never attack someone's trauma, illness, their financial situation. Never. Why would you want to do that? People are low, so you feel good making them lower? Does that make people feel bigger? Nah. No. I have had the worst said about me. But here's the thing. I don't go and defend myself because there's nothing to defend. It doesn't affect me. People will have their opinions. You could sit there and see the truth right in front of your face, and somebody will still come out with, yeah, but what if? So why would you even bother? Just stay close to the people that you like and let it go with that. That's it. Levi, be nice to my boy Tyson. He doesn't fool around when people go after Zia. Levi, I don't get it. The person that is the person that's accusing you of something, they have the burden of proof. They need to show it. Why would you think you need to show it? That's crazy. What do they say? Receipts, receipts, receipts. What does Corey think his good looks and manners are going to get him a pass, that he doesn't have to come up with receipts? He can't come up with receipts. Because 99% of what he says is all make-believe. And he doesn't care who he embarrasses. Where's the phone, the conversations, Corey, that you were supposed to leak out? Which was another storyline. And he thinks everybody on here is stupid. That's what I don't get, people. I mean, if he wants to be a comedian, that's great. But you gotta be funny. You're not funny. You're not even cute. And I mean cute in how you act. Some women might think you're cute. Some men might think you're cute. That's fine. I'm not going after your looks. I'm saying your behavior is not cute. Yeah, I'll have one, Cheryl. Thank you. Is it okay if I put cream and sugar? Oh, you're having a beer. I'm sorry. I thought you were having a coffee. See how I say coffee? Who? Did I not go through who? Fall out with Tony D? Well, no. I didn't fall out with anybody. While she is going through... I never even knew she was sick. Leona. But I don't have to explain that to you at all. I have all my text messages between me and her. I didn't fall out with anyone. Brew, not beer. Okay, so that's coffee then. As a matter of fact, Tony and I were the ones that fell for Tezza's little game that she played. Tezza FYP. Tony spent an awful lot on gifting because she wanted to go to Blackpool. I just came up with all the old text messages because some of her old mods that stood with her when I left and Tezza was turning and twisting everything, actually texted me the other day and said that, they apologized. They felt really bad. They saw the right side of her. And Tony and I both went in there And yeah, I helped her privately. And I had so many people say, well, you were stupid. You should have asked us. We would have told you that there's no way she would have been hungry or whatever or not have electricity. But as a friend, I didn't want to embarrass her at the time. You know? I didn't want to say, is it true? Should I be helping her? We were all helping her. And when I found out, and thanks to Tony, and she brought it all out, that, you know, she was scamming. And I stood right by Tony for all of that. And it was a conflict of interest. I was supporting, you know, a couple people that she didn't care about. And she was separating herself from. And that was fine. I never said, don't, you know, you got to support them. Nothing. But she didn't like it. And I didn't care for Evil Queen, and I just made that comment that, you know, you don't like who I support, and how would you feel if I said about, you know, Evil Queen after everything that she's saying? So you can twist it all you want, but Tony and I did a lot for people together. I have no ill will towards her at all. So here you go. Somebody else twisting the narrative, you know? I think Tony's a lovely person. And I never knew she was ill. For you to come out with something that personal, I think is a shame. That you shouldn't do that. If she wants someone to know, she could tell me. Or other people. But you should have never brought that out like that, trying to shame someone. Here we go. You know, twisting the narrative. It's just horrible. Horrible. I'm not saying I'm perfect. All I'm saying is that when you see something wrong on this app, could you just think about it and not support the one that's doing it because you think that's what you're supposed to do? Just don't. And Levi, please, if you're still in here, you do not have to prove anything to anyone. If they're coming at you and they're saying you did this and you did that, then just tell them to show the receipts and walk away. Just like Angie and all the rest of them do. Like I said, Sam's not stupid. Corey can't bring up anything except a bunch of excuses why he doesn't have it. You think Sam is going to sit there and listen to this when he knows that he's just using Sam so he can get to Levi because what Levi released on him? After Corey decided to release personal messages that Sophie's mods that he shared had with Sophie, and he released them all. I mean, come on. I don't care if Alicia starts a live on me. She can do whatever she wants, Deadwing. It's fine, honey. It's fine. Listen, I said what I had to say. If it bothers her that much and she has to spin her narrative on it, that's fine. But to say, is this a live on damage control? Take your snarky remarks and keep it on your own side, sweetheart. I know Top Girl's going to come after me again. I know that you guys are going to bring out photos and threaten me and tell me I'm a racist and, you know, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. I don't care. I really don't. I feel sorry for the supporters, for the creators that I support, and they've got to see this every time I come in. That's what I feel bad about. Exactly. The accuser has the burden of proof. Or else anybody could just say anything, like so many do on this app with no proof. And then people run with it. And then you say, well, where did you hear this from? Oh, so-and-so said it. Or this one, no, I didn't say it. They said it. Oh, I heard it on a live. Oh, it was in a comment. Oh, I just read the comment. I wasn't saying it.